Assalamualaikum, madam. My name is Nur Ala Batrisha binti Hasra Muhammad Hari. I am student 2025805196 from KAD 111B. Today, I made this video for presenting VCS 128 Introduction to Social and Cultural Studies, Definition of Culture, Individual Assignment. So let's move to the first slide. As we can see here, there's a table of content. For the introduction, learning social science terminology is important to understand the world and society in depth, develop new perspective in the field of society, and understand the factors that influence human life. This is because social science terminology provides the basis for studying human and social phenomena using scientific methods. So for the first point, acculturation. Acculturation is the process of adapting to and incorporating aspects of a new culture when individuals or communities are exposed to it. It involves retaining some elements of one's original culture while embracing and adopting elements of the new culture. For the example, we have exchange students inside this page from a different country. They need to modifying their behavior to conform to new social norms, acquiring new culture knowledge, also participating in new cultural activities and hobbies. They also adapting to the new culture slangs because of the language differences. For the next point, we have social controls. Social controls is a concept referring to rules and restrictions that shape, supervise, and regulate the behaviors of individuals of societies. There have two kind of types social controls, informal and formal. So informal refers to strategies adopted in interpersonal relationships such as shaming or praising someone. But for the formal, it refers to laws, rules, and regulation enforced officially by social and political authorities. For the example, I take Japan and Malaysian differences of law. For Japan, the social control is largely influenced by Confucian values and collective culture. Therefore, Japanese people usually follow rules not out of fear of punishment, but because they don't want to embarrass themselves or their family. The concept of giri, which is moral obligation, and haji, sense of shame, are important foundations in regulating social behavior. The legal system also worked very effectively because people are people are already accustomed to disciplines and a sense of responsibility. But in Malaysia, social control is more influenced by religion, customs, and formal law. Malaysian plural societies, consisting of Malays, Chinese, Indians, and other ethnic groups, practices various value systems, but generally all emphasize adherence to religion and family norms. For the Malay community, Islam plays a lot Islam plays a significant role as a guide for behavior and morals. In addition, authorities such as police, religious institutions, and national law are also used to regulate the actions of society to ensure they do not violate regulations. Let's move to the third point. For the third point, assimilation. Assimilation is the process in which a minority group of culture comes to resemble a society majority group or fully adopts the values, behaviors, and belief of another group. For the picture 3 and picture 4, they are beliefs of Japanese. So for this example, we have mixed marriage from Malaysia and Japan. They need to embracing the language of the prevailing culture as a primary mode of communication. The next one, discarding traditional fashion choices and clothing in preference for the fashion of the dominant culture. So for the conclusion, learning about culture and racial diversity can further increase our knowledge. It is because we will be more friendly with other races and nations because we respect and understand each other customs and ways of life. The reference, thank you for seeing my video. That's all from me.